and I moved all of it to the side of the helicopter pad just so he wouldn't be impeded, using his helicopter. And then I went on my merry way. But
You showed
I
up.
think
Showed
I
up.
think mostly what.
You showed up.
Yeah,
You,
I showed up when I was in need. When
yeah.
people needed us, okay? And unfortunately, it's terrible that the fucking government wouldn't let you take off your helicopter and drive it over to Naples to bring the shit. That's what's fucked up. But at least we tried.
You tried, bruh. You tried.
That's right.
What the fuck, Nelson?
You tried your
That
best, man. You
that
did a good
fucking
job.
laugh kills me, man.
You did a good job, man. You did a good
I
job.
know, man. Fuck
I mean,
yeah,
now,
we.
No, nobody's debating Trump's immigration laws tonight. It's like you
oh,
guys are
whatever.
all fine
Oh,
with it.
Hey,
Massachusetts.
you know what? I will say one thing, right? So, there's this really nice
Bro,
restaurant that,
you ain't said one thing. You said a lot of things.
well, I'll tell you this, right? So there's this really nice restaurant that's one of my customers. He's also a personal friend. It's a really famous restaurant in Palm Beach, right? So, the other day, like last Thursday, the chef from the restaurant, left his house. He went to the gym. He came back from the gym and was going back home and fucking got detained by ICE. He's been here in this country for 18 years. And, he's fucking in New Mexico right now on his way to deported. He's got 4 kids, and the wife left in Palm Beach. And, you know, that's kind of like, I'm not really too happy about that situation because he's a personal friend. I really like the guy. We've been friends for like 5 years now. It's kind of fucked up that they took him, you know, and, the worst part about it is that all the people that Biden let in the last 4 years, they all got fucking papers, they all got everything they need. So it's not them that are actually getting deported. It's the people that have been here, way pre Biden that are getting deported. And it's kind of fucked up because they are contributing to society. They've been here for a long time. And, I don't think, that they deserve that. I think that people that have been here the last 4 years, fuck no, they don't deserve to have all their papers. While my friend been here for 18 years and has spent like fucking $50,000 with attorneys to try to get citizenship and hasn't been able to for 18 fucking years. And these guys come into the country the first years in the last 4 and got citizenship. That's kind of fucked up, really. What do you guys think about that?
I think that fucking.
Holy shit,
That's
Jonathan.
how I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Kevin Spacey. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck him, because he's here illegally. Just because he's a fucking friend of yours doesn't mean that he gets to get away with it. So 100% mother had him, motherfucking there.
Wow, no shit. Jonathan became a Republican. I'm glad to see it, Jonathan. Congratulations that you finally see the fucking light.
It's a different kind of light he's seen, though.
No, no, in reality, like, you know, I mean, where he's my friend, you have to think about this on the reverse side of things and say, you've been here for 18 years, something must have give after you paid all these money for those attorneys, to get citizenship, you should have already gotten it. And, it's just crazy that he didn't get it. But I think that's, you know, could be his own fault.
Hilarious.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Kevin. Uh, what I don't particularly care for or rock with is when you guys are like saying, "Oh, this is my friend. He's been here for years. He deserves to get a pass because he's my fucking friend." Fuck out of here. Okay, your friend. Uh, if everyone else is a piece of shit, then your friend's a piece of shit too. And I'm not saying that to be mad. I mean, I'm not saying that to be mean or nasty or anything like that. I'm just keeping it real. You guys don't get to choose. Okay, you guys said you wanted Trump to do this for everyone. Guess what? Then Trump's doing it for everyone. Welcome to the motherfucking terror dome. I'm sorry. Trump brought y'all asses to the terror dome.
They didn't think this was going to hit close to home. That's what the problem was. And you've been hearing it all night, huh, Jonathan? My friend, they good guys. They've been here 10 years. All that shit, because they didn't think that this was going to hit them. They thought that they were insulated because of where they live at or who they know and what circles they ran in. And Donald Trump is showing them he don't give a damn about nobody. It's his agenda and his agenda only. And they're not going to admit that their vote has betrayed them. They won't admit that.
Well, listen. So, okay, when you here's the facts, right? Is sometimes, in life, right? When you start out in something, right? It might look a certain way, it might smell a certain way, but at the end of the day, how is it actually going to come out, right? And that's what y'all really need to think about is at the end of the day, is the country going to be a better place to live without all these rapers and murderers and sicko fucking motherfuckers that are doing all this kind of trouble and causing all kinds of havoc in in our world? Um, and you have to look at that and
But, but,
say,
but
is
they
it
can
going to
do
be a
that.
better world?
That they can choose to focus their energy on a certain group of people as far as criminals, people who are causing issues here. They can totally choose tomorrow not to go after hardworking people who've been here paying taxes and who've been contributing to the American society. They can absolutely choose to do that tomorrow. So the bigger question is, why aren't they?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
because
know.
it's in
Sometimes I think that, um, that when you look at, like even when you look at debate the news, right? You look at certain people in the room that, they're diehard Democrats, and I don't care if the Democrats, stripped everybody down and fucking murdered them, they would still be Democrats, right? And they would hold true to, their word and what they think, right? But when you really look at it, you know, mm, that's what they're feeling, but it's not really real. It's not really the truth.
Kevin, what the hell are you smoking, Kevin? Because
You,
yeah,
Jonathan,
because first and foremost,
per
first and
30.
foremost,
yeah,
Perk 30, yeah,
yeah,
that's you,
because
real.
when you tell me it's not real, listen to me. MAGA are the ones that's right now that's having a problem accepting reality, not Democrats.
Oh,
MAGA.
really? Really? Really?
Yeah,
That's your
really.
perception, Jonathan.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
totally your perception.
You're right. It is.
Okay? It is. It's totally your perception on what's really happening in the world, right? Each of us have a different perception of what's going on, right? And I know that right now, some of the things that Donald Trump's doing might look ugly and might look a little disgusting and might smell a little funny. But at the end of the day, when you really realize what he's actually doing for our country, you're going to see that it's going to make the country a better place. Okay? It's going to make less unemployment. It's going to make less people on welfare that are doing drugs. Okay. Those people that are requiring getting SNAP and all that, they're going to not be able to do drugs and keep on the SNAP. And, all of those things are going to make the world a better place. And why are we seeing the less fentanyl crisis? I don't know. Maybe that's because we got a good president in place that cares about the people. Or I don't know. What do you think?
I'm a song from the people, right?
I mean, Jonathan, I totally get where you're coming from. And, I totally agree with a lot of the things that you say. When you look at this as an individual day in the daily life of Donald Trump, what he has to do in order to make the world a better place might look good, bad, and ugly, and maybe even uglier in certain situations. But guess what? It's a necessity to make the world a better place.
So
And
you saying your
you'll
good friend
see
is a
that you'll
necessary
see that
sacrifice?
down the road. What? What?
Are you saying your good friend that you spoke about that he's a necessary sacrifice?
No, no, no. Listen, you know what? the They got a big shot fucking attorney, and they're gonna have him back like in the next week or two. Because they got this hot shot attorney, and they're gonna pay money to get him back. And that's really what this is about. It's a money play. You know,
So who's gonna make all the money? Oh, you saying they're gonna pay fees to the Trump administration?
Everybody's gonna make money on this. Nobody's gonna pay fees to them, but obviously he's got to get an attorney to get him free. You know.
What you think, Jonathan?
Um, I think this that if he had to say that what Donald Trump is doing looks ugly and looks disgusting, okay.
In a
It would look
daily,
no. Wait 1 second. You said it looks ugly and disgusting. Then you already know it. That you already know what it is,
well,
because I can say this right here. I never said what Obama did look disgusting, because he didn't do anything that looked disgusting. Okay,
oh,
so if it looks ugly
he
and it
did.
looks this,
He didn't
wait,
let
if
you
it looks ugly and it
see.
looks disgusting, then most likely it is. You understand? So it
So,
is ugly and disgusting. So I'll just leave it with that right there. What do you think about that, Carlos? Do you agree with that?
really?
With everything you
Oh
just
my
said,
god! Oh
If
my
he says it
god!
looks ugly and disgusting, then I'm going to take him at the word, right?
Yeah, and you're telling me right now that what Obo did wasn't disgusting to you? Really?
Like what? Like what?
That
No
was the beginning.
indictments, no
Listen,
nothing.
that was the beginning of the destruction of the world. Okay, 8 years was the beginning of the destruction of what we're seeing right now today. That Donald Trump's
Oh,
going to unravel.
okay, I'm
Okay.
glad you said that. Let's
Yeah.
unpack
Fuck
what you.
yeah.
Let's
He's going
unpack
to
what you just
unravel
said. Let's
that
just.
shit, Jonathan.
Okay, good, good. I'm glad you said that. Let's unpack it. Okay, you
Yeah.
said that was the
Unpack that
beginning
shit.
of the destruction of the world. What
Yeah.
Obama has to fix right now. You do recall that
Obama
Trump had
fix
four
what?
no that Trump has to
Obama's
fix
never
right.
going to
One
fix
sec, 1 second. Hold on,
anything ever
Kevin,
because
Kevin,
nobody's
let me
going to
finish.
ever vote for him.
Kevin, hold on 1 second. You said that's the beginning of the destruction of the world that Trump is in charge of fixing right now. You do know that Trump had 4 years in between that, right? After he was gone, right?
Yeah, I do. And I also know this. I also know that everything that Trump did in the previous 4 years, he never really got to do much because they fucking just destroyed everything that he actually did. So,
So he's gonna be able to do it this 4 years, though, right?
because he's got 8 more to go. So you guys can cry all that river, but we're only in the
Oh, so he has 8 more years to
beginning.
go. Okay,
7 more years to go.
he has
Seven and a half
seven more
more.
years to go now. Okay,
Seven and
all
a
right.
half.
7.5 more years to go now. Okay.
We just don't want to spoil you Democrats right now. We don't want you to get crying right now.
Yo, what are you talking about, man?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
7.5 years.
What do you mean? See, Trump is entitled, okay,
Oh, yeah, sure.
to have two consecutive presidencies. He
Oh,
was
okay.
voted in two consecutive times.
I
Okay.
Okay.
think you need to,
So
sorry, Kevin, but
so
I think
Go
you
ahead
really
and
need
look it
to
up. Yeah,
familiarize
look
yourself
it
with the
up.
Constitution.
yeah, you do too. You do too. Okay. You do too. Because
Molly
it's clear.
Percocet.
If you look
Molly
that up
Percocet.
right now, okay, then I am right. Okay. So you can say all you want. Oh, Constitution. Look at the Constitution. Constitution says that he can actually deserves to be president for two consecutive terms. So all he has to do is provide proof, okay, that he was cheated out of his second term, and he'll get another second term automatically. Guess what?
No, I
Everybody
think
knows that too.
you need to familiarize yourself with the 22nd Amendment because the 22nd Amendment says no person shall be elected to the office of president more than twice. And so
He
with that,
doesn't have to
with
be elected.
so that's the
Listen,
same
listen,
case that if
listen.
we
He
look
is
back at
deserving.
history.
You can look back at all the history you want.
Well, I look forward
Nothing
to
like this is
your
happening.
case where Kevin versus United
You'll see.
States when
You'll see.
Trump
No, you'll
tries
see. There's
to
no Kevin.
run for
There's no
a third term.
Kevin. There's no. He's not going to run for a third term. He's automatically going to be granted a third term. You guys don't understand what's really in play here right now. I really. It's really funny, to see. But you guys don't understand what's really in
See,
play.
Kevin. See, y'all don't get Kevin. Kevin has a higher level of understanding. Okay.
Absolutely, Jonathan.
And
Thank you
that's you
very
guys don't
much.
get. Kevin is making the understanding understood. So
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
Jonathan, you
so that's
got
what
it
I'm trying to
right.
say. And I get what Kevin is saying, man.
Yeah, man,
Kevin,
I know, Jonathan.
yeah, he's making the understanding understood. So 100%. So and here's the thing. He's not gonna have to run for it. He's automatically gonna be able to get it because once he showed that he was cheated out of that first term, okay, they're like, yo, this man deserved to have two consecutive terms.
Nelson, are you still up?
Yeah. Kevin, genius, Kevin. Genius.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you listening to Jonathan's bullshit right now?
What are you talking about?
You know,
Wait a minute. I just repeated exactly what you just said.
Jonathan does bullshit all the time.
I know.
Yeah, but wait. Yeah, hold on. I
No,
gotta
no,
give.
let's move forward.
No, you just said that my shit was bullshit, and I repeated everything you just said. So why am I bullshit? Now, because I'm no longer understanding. So I'm no longer it's no longer understood to me. Yo, Kevin, help me understand, bro.
I'm
Make the
helping you.
understanding
I'm
understood.
helping you. I'm helping you understood the understood and understand the understood.
I don't know, man. Damn, you came in hot, and I was feeling it too. And now you tell
Yeah.
me I don't know what I'm talking about. So help me make that understanding understood, bro.
Yeah, I am.
Now, Kev, let me. You said he's going to be able to get another term, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you said he's not going to have to run for it because once he proves that the first one was that the other one was stolen from him, that he can get two consecutive. He can get
Yeah.
he's entitled to
Yeah.
get a consecutive
Yeah.
term, right?
Yep. Yep.
So okay, so that's exactly what I said. So how is it bullshit?
No, it's not bullshit.
But you just told Nelson that I'm speaking bullshit.
Well, I mean, usually you are, so.
All right, I don't know, man. Yo, just put me in touch with your connect because your connect must be good. Your connect must be good as hell, bro.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
Jonathan.
your connect must be good, bro. You came in and you like, yeah, I'm like, damn. Trump is entitled to consecutive terms, and once they
Well, you
realize,
know, but hey, Jonathan, listen,
huh?
you know that's true. Okay, you just don't want to admit it. It's fine.
Wait a minute, I
I
repeated it
get
word
it.
for word, and you said it was
No,
bullshit.
yeah, but you're saying now it's not true, but you
Bro,
know it's true.
no, I'm rocking with you, Kevin. I want to be on a higher plane that you on. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? You're in a
shit.
higher plane.
There's nobody on a higher plane than whoever's on camera right now. That's fucking wiped out.
It's Allie, Kevin.
I know. I know who it is.
But that's all kinds of Allie, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, yo, Kev, I'm trying to be like you.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Jonathan, you can't be
I
like me.
I know that, man. I know. But it's nice to dream, right?
Yeah.
Nice to dream. I mean, hell, Trump
How
got
was your
another term.
throat?
Trump got another term entitled to him. Hell, Trump's entitled to another term.
Yeah. Oh, you know it's true, Jonathan. I mean, you know it's true. It's
I don't know what's true anymore because I tried to rock with you. You told me it wasn't true. You told Nelson that I was talking bullshit.
no, it's not. It's bullshit. You know it's true, Jonathan. It's okay. I get you don't want to mess up, your train with your constituents.
Yeah, bro. Look, Kev, I'm just trying to get to where you are. That's all. I'm trying to make the understanding understood. That's all. I'm trying to get to where you are, man.
Where's everybody at right now? Because this is like,
We're all laughing at you,
where's,
Kevin.
yeah, laugh all you want. I can give a shit. I'm here for that. I like
Where's my
that.
girl Amy?
Where
I want some of
is
that, Kevin. I want some of that shit too, man. Give
where
what
is
is it?
everybody at? That's what I would like to know. Where is
Right
the
here,
Here
whole
with
right
you,
here.
Kevy Kev.
crew?
Right
You're
here.
not here.
Here.
Who is the crew? Where's the crew at?
Who's here, bro?
Where, nobody's here. That's the crew. There's no positive here.
Me
There's
and
no
Mark are here. What are you talking about?
there. Oh, Mark. Where's Mark? He's where?
Good morning, Kevin.
Oh, Mark. Holy shit. Are you sleeping in your
Where
Right
you
truck
here.
right
been?
now? Are you? Do you got your pillow? Did your wife hand you your pillow in your truck or what?
My pillow.
Oh, okay. My pillow. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Mark, are
Yeah,
you in the
guy.
truck again? Damn.
No.
That guy lost everything.
Really?
Mhm.
No way. What do you mean,
No way.
Mark?
I don't
My
even know
pillow,
he's there.
the my
You?
pillow guy lost everything.
Oh, my
Oh,
pillow. Yeah, yeah.
That
yeah.
pillow
Where'd he
sucks,
No.
by
go?
the way. The
Hey,
worst pillow
Mike
ever
listen.
Zimmerman.
made.
Hey, wait. The
Linda.
the My Pillow guy, his court case is coming up anytime in front of the Supreme Court, and if he wins, he's the you know he's gonna be so fucking rich. It's not even funny.
Well, he owes me for my purchase.
I'm
You got the
sure he
crick in the
does.
neck.
A crick in the
Yeah.
neck and the
And I,
shoulder.
and I never got mine either. That's crazy.
Yeah. Where's
I have
everybody
literally
else?
probably bought about 42 pillows in the past 6 months.
Where's the TC guy? Where's Tara? Where is
She's here
you
earlier.
know,
Yeah, you're late.
where's the doctor? What's her name?
Which
To
one? Which
Catherine.
Catherine.
doctor?
Dr. Catherine. Yeah,
She's here earlier.
where's
She's right by you.
all the clowns at?
She's a clown.
Well, where's it? I didn't call her a clown. I said, where's all the other clowns at?
Come on.
I
Nice,
can't, you know,
Kevin.
I'm being nice.
Jonathan's being nice. Everybody's being nice.
Man, I need some of that
Yeah.
shit you got, Kevin. Man, whatever you on, I need some of that
For
shit
real,
back.
for real.
He's some of
Bloody
your
Mary.
water.
You drink some Bloody Mary?
No, no Bloody Marys. Two
Not
bottles of
tonight?
wine.
What kind? What flavor?
Two bottles of Pinot Noir.
Noir.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Hell
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
2 boxes of wine, Kevin.
Two
Two bottles.
boxes.
Boxes. Good God.
Yep, two bottles. They were
Oh, bottles.
I think they were $190 a bottle.
Lord Jesus.
Well, you go ahead with your bad self.
Yep.
You probably put your wine on ice, huh?
No.
It's not red. I hope not red.
No. When I went to the restaurant tonight and I got all done and I told them, like, I was sitting there waiting for a little bit and I said, "Oh, can I have my check?" And they said, "Oh, there is no check." They said, "There is no check."
How did you take that?
I said, "Well, how much was the bill so I could leave the appropriate tip?" And they said, a lot.
$580.
Hey, holy shit, Mark. You got fucking telepathy. It was $596.
That's really holy shit. For what'd y'all get besides wine?
Oh, we got dinner and,
How
full
much was
blown
dinner,
dinner.
Kev? What'd you
Oh,
get
it
for
was
dinner?
so good. Well, we had calamari and tuna tartare
Okay,
tower for
okay.
appetizer.
A tower. Those towers are what? $200.
I don't know. That wasn't that much. No. And
Like
then we
what?
had Caesar
160.
salad. And then I had, a lobster um, pasta dish with lobster. And we all had, pasta dishes with different stuff.
Were
That's
you?
it.
Oh, you went out with a couple? Another couple?
No, with me and my wife and my daughter.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll rack up quick.
It was the
Getting the turn.
baby. Was the baby there?
No baby.
Oh, the
No
baby's
baby tonight.
precious. I was thinking that might be why you got your meal for free.
No.
Precious, precious baby.
Yeah.
Anyone now?
What?
Anyone?
He's 15 months.
1.5. Close
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, he's 15 months. That's exactly the amount of time I've been off Clubhouse.
Right. He's
Yeah,
precious.
yeah.
Nobody even missed me. You know what? The only
Everybody asks
one
about
that
you all the
That's
time,
not
though.
actually,
true,
They
Kevin.
all ask
That's
hey,
about
not
you.
true.
you know what? The
You
only
We
didn't
do
miss
miss
one,
nothing.
you.
you know
But
what?
I
The
know what's
only one,
happening because I talked to Amy, so I know you're all right.
listen, do you know the only one that's actually reached out to me multiple times is Divine.
It's because he likes your wife. I'm just kidding.
I'm
Wow,
dead.
Mark.
Now, hey, Kevin, we ask about you all the time. How you doing, man?
I know you do. I
We've
know
been
you
asking
do.
about you. How you been doing, bro? So
I
seriously.
know. I know
So
you
as soon
do.
as I heard your voice, man, I reached out to you. Say, hey, man, it's good
I
to hear you.
know. I know.
That's crazy.
And I talked to Amy, Kevin. Don't be
I know
crazy.
you do.
That's
I know
right,
you do.
Lisa. You and I both do. So
I
don't,
know
Right,
you
yeah,
do.
girl?
we
I
check up
know.
on you.
I know you do.
Okay, just so you know.
Yeah, she
I
likes
do.
you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So everybody having a good time. Everybody, making money right now. Hopefully, you guys are paying attention and making some fucking money right now.
Yeah, I'm
That's
paying
all.
money from that damn
That's all.
hurricane, but sure,
Listen,
life is
listen.
good.
All you need is $100. Okay, $100, and you could invest it in the right things, especially with the way the fucking. All you got to do is fucking follow Donald Trump's voice, and you can become rich.
Like water
Okay,
rich.
because he actually, he'll actually tweet out, or he'll say, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna impose tariffs on this person or that person, and
He just he just said invest in Tesla.
all you gotta do is fucking do a little research, and you're like, oh my god, he did this, he did that. Oh my god, boom, and you'll make a fortune. Seriously, I
Which
mean,
stocks do you follow?
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, you know, Nelson was right. It wasn't actually that much money, but you would make an actual $38 million on $100 million investment. If you would have dumped the Tesla stock at that price and bought it when they had dumped it at the very lowest, and you would have invested 100 million, you would have made actually 38 million. So I was a little bit off on that one, but because I was actually thinking of larger numbers. But I mean, just think about that. Just look at those facts. Look at what he says and what he does, and invest some money and make money.
Look at what Nancy Pelosi does, and you'll be really rich.
Yeah, I don't think Nancy Pelosi being trading too much stock these days lately. And after they're going to go after her, she's going to be indicted.
Or any of those politicians that are getting rich, just follow what they do.
I mean, let me ask you this question, right? I was thinking about this, right? And I was thinking, after everything that we've actually heard since January about, the Social Security fraud, blah blah blah, whether it's true or not, like look at all the things that they thought they uncovered, or maybe they did, or maybe they didn't. And like, what do you think? What do you guys think? Like, do you think that?
They get kickbacks.
Do you think that? Um, you know, with the auto pen scandal, with the whole previous president scenario. Like, what do you guys think about that? Like,
Smoke screens, man. Smoke screens.
yeah,
Smoke and mirrors.
that's what I said. That's what I say. It's like,
Because I tell you right now, I work for certain departments in the government, and a lot of that shit's bullshit that you're hearing.
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. But a lot of it is kind of true. Some of it, but
No, no. I mean, I tell you right now, it's true once they start putting it on paper and showing it to everybody. If they're just
right,
telling you the shit, it ain't true.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're
That's
so right. If they're
exactly
going to tell you it ain't
right.
true.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing: is I think that with the American people, right? And think about this, right? The perspective of them actually saying this or that puts a profound effect on what people think. So it's like, okay, well, let's throw some shit out there and see if how the people respond, and we can see their reaction and see whether we can implement that or not.
Oh, they do that all the time.
Yeah, that's why I think, like, it's like that's why I think that you know that's why they tried to shut down the whole New York City by saying there was COVID and all this shit, when now we know that that was all a big fucking hoax.
No, 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 no. I'm from New York, bro. I went home. I couldn't go certain places because it was actually going on. And I got sisters that were nurses. Two sisters that were nurses, and they could not do anything. And there were actually people dying. That shit was true, bro.
What was true? What was true?
People were dying. COVID, whatever the hell was going on, it was true.
They were killing people because they had a protocol, of when people would come to the hospital, they would give them remdesivir, and they would put them on a ventilator. So of course, yeah, people were dying.
Kevin, come on, man, come on.
People were listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? Seriously. If you want to talk about that, come back and tell me the fact. How many
Who
people
told
how
you
many
that? Did you see it?
no
You saw it for
listen.
real?
Listen to
I
me.
did.
How
Murdered my
many
dad.
how many how
Hundred
many
percent.
And
people
Besby.
hold on one second, hold on one second. How many people actually died from COVID that never went to the fucking hospital and never got any treatment for COVID? How many people actually died from it? Nobody. Okay, Jonathan had it a bunch of times. He didn't go to the fucking hospital. He didn't die from it.
I've had it a
Okay,
couple of
Nelson
times
had
too.
it.
My mother,
Nelson had it.
my mother
Bunches
just
of
passed
people.
away. She just
Yeah,
passed away
bunches of people.
in September. She was 105. She had it 3 times.
Damn, that's
Yeah, guess
awesome.
what? And guess what? You know why she didn't die from that? She died later. She didn't die from that because she didn't go to the hospital. Man, it's a fact.
No, she went to the
We
hospital.
know. Okay.
To the hospital. No, no,
Did
that's
your
what I'm trying to
grandma
say.
get the shot
She went to the hospital. Yeah, but my mother. Let me tell you
With
something, brother.
COVID?
Let me tell
With
you something. Let
COVID?
me tell you something. Let me tell you
With
something.
COVID.
My mother got the shot. She went to the hospital. She had COVID. I've had all the shots. Matter of fact, I just got the shot at goddamn what this past time. Back in November, I got the flu shot and the COVID shot. I take all the damn shots. There's nothing wrong with me. And check out this. I run 5 to 10 miles a goddamn every other fucking goddamn day. So what are you saying? I
You
mean,
ain't gonna be
I,
around for another 5 years.
check it out. I'm gonna be around, bro, because guess what? I take care of myself. I take care of myself. You need to take.
that's a big difference. Then.
Let me tell you
You
something.
know what I'm
A
going
lot
to
of
tell
people.
you? I'm going to tell you
Check it out.
this.
Everybody's not the
They
same.
gave you the
I'm not sitting
placebo.
there saying. I'm not sitting here saying
You got
everybody's
the
the same.
placebo.
But you got to take care of yourself, bro. My mother was 105 when she passed away. She passed away in her sleep.
Hell yeah, that's the way I want to go.
You know what I'm saying? So don't oh, stop with the bullshit on some of this stuff, right? Some people died of COVID because they had other stuff going on, but
There you go.
and everybody, and it's your choice. Take the shot if you want to take the shot, but if you don't want to take the shot, don't take the shot. And that's what a lot of stuff. But a lot of this stuff's going on now. I mean, hey, COVID, whatever is COVID, whatever's going on. Hey, me, check out this. I done been all over the world doing all kind of crazy shit. I done took all kind of stuff, so I'm good to go. And I'm check out this. Right now is what 12:27 in the morning. I'll be up in about 3 hours, and I'll be running at about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll be on the damn on the road running about a good hour and a half, and I'll come back
How
to me a
far
little
do
bit.
you run?
Sometimes I run three or 4 or 5 miles. Sometimes I may run 10 miles. It depends on how the weather is. With all the smoke, I'm in the
Man,
Midwest right now. So right now in the Midwest, the smoke's coming out from Canada, so it's not that good. The breathing air is not that good. So you have to look at what you're doing, but you got to take care of yourself, and that's with knee surgeries and back surgeries.
damn, you
You
got
know,
good genes, bro.
No, hey, just take care of business, bro. It is what it is. You know,
90% of it is genes.
like I said, my
But
mother died when
see,
she was 105. My
but
grandmother died when she was 114.
here's the thing.
Damn.
Here's the thing is when you go in the line, okay, to get the vaccine or the flu shot, okay, as soon as they get your name and they say, oh, US military, they fucking give you a placebo. And then you
That's
go on
bullshit, bro.
and you
Bullshit.
jump
Bullshit.
up and down and
Bullshit.
you say, oh, yeah, the
Bullshit.
vaccine's
Bullshit.
good,
I got
blah,
a
blah,
sister.
blah, blah,
I
blah.
I got
That's
a sister
because
right. I have a
they
sister
wouldn't,
right now.
they
My
wouldn't
mother died.
give,
Check out this. My mother started having children at 13 years old. I got a sister right now. She's 92. She's still living. She can take all the shots. So what are you talking about?
Holy shit.
she
So
getting
so
the
so so that
placebo
shit you're
too.
talking is bullshit, bro.
She
Come
getting the
on, man.
placebo.
Come
Your
on, man. Come
sister's
on. Come on,
92?
Kevin. Kevin.
50% of
I
the
got a sister that's
shots are
92.
placebos.
Damn.
Yeah, come on, Kevin. No, 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 no. I mean, everybody to me. You got to give them a choice. They want to take
Let
the
me
shot.
ask
Take
you this,
no,
T-Man.
Kevin,
Let me
Kevin.
ask
Let
you
me ask you,
this. Would
Kevin.
you
No,
take the
Kevin. Let me
shot?
ask you a question.
Listen,
If you get sick,
for everything,
right?
for
If you
every,
get sick, do you go to the hospital?
yes, hold on a second.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
not,
whoa, whoa,
that's,
whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on, Kevin. If you go to the
if the,
hospital, right? Why do you want to go to the hospital if you get sick? Remember, it's
if
bad.
they
There's bad
told
shit
you
at the
to take,
hospital.
The
if they told
hospitals will
you to
kill
take the
you.
COVID, if they told you to take the COVID shot right now, would you take it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Seriously?
I took it this year.
Hell no,
Kevin, I
I
took it
ain't
this
taking
They're
that
year.
shit.
telling you not
Kevin,
to take it.
I took it the ticket. Kevin, I took the both of them this past year. I took the flu shot and the
The
COVID shot.
placebo. But listen, if you throw your ID out, okay, and walk through the line like you're not military, okay,
Kevin.
and
I'm
you get the
retired. I'm not
little
in the military
shot,
no more. I'm retired.
you're still a military.
I'm
You're
retired.
you're still fucking
I'm
military.
retired.
It doesn't matter.
I'm retired.
Still, no matter what. Listen, no matter what. If you're retired or you're dead, okay, you're never gonna take your military status away from you.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Oh no, no, you're right. You're right. I'm
You,
with you.
you could be alive, you could be dead, no matter which way you look at it. You are always going to be military.
Yeah,
So
you get the good funeral.
thank you for serving, but you're always going to be military for sure.
It's whether I took the shot. I never been to Africa. We go to Africa, you take a series of shots, bro. So it's like, hey, what what it is, bro. You got to do what you
What
got to
kind
do.
of shots do they make you take to go to Africa?
It depends. I don't know what they actually are, but I took it was like a series. I took one. I took I think like a 2, 3 one week, and then the next week I had to take another series of shots. And then I actually had that
Oh,
anthrax shot back in
Oh,
the
so
day.
you got malaria. Which one again? Let me go ahead and look.
Yellow fever,
Yeah,
diphtheria.
AIDS.
it was a series of shots, So it was all good though. You took them. Sometimes you feel a little woozy. You had to lay down, do what you got to do. But I'm glad I took them because when I went over there, the shit I saw and the people I saw that was suffering from certain things. I'm cool. I was cool with it. So hey, it is what it is.
Dude, that is 90% your genes. That's why you're good. Most people,
So
like, everybody has different reaction to shots and
But a lot of it's
allergies.
mental though too though, man. You got to be strong about where what you're trying to do about a lot of things too. You can't be worried about a lot of shit. A lot of a lot of stuff is all about the mental thing too. If you're sitting there worrying about shit all the goddamn time, you're gonna fucking have some problems.
Yeah, you got to have positive attitude about it, too.
On the way back from one of my trips to Africa, somebody who traveled with us and refused all the shots and didn't take any malaria pills, he got to the airport with 104 fever. He did not get on the airplane. The airlines,
Oh, shit.
they will not let you back into the United States if you are clearly ill. We left
Oh,
him.
my gosh. Well, did he ever make it back or what?
Yes, he did make it back, but he was anti vax, anti medicine, all of that. And you don't want to get sick in Africa and go to a
Oh,
hospital in Africa.
So was he actually sick or
Yeah,
what was going on?
I don't know which disease he caught. He wasn't my friend. We were on a group trip, but he was sweating. I mean, his fever was so high. He was like, shivering, sweating, dripping sweat. The airline turned him around.
damn.
And we left him. He was an American with the US passport. And this was more than 20 years ago. This was long pre COVID. But he was a vegan, anti vaxxer, positive mindset. I'm strong. I'm healthy. He went over there and got sick.
Yeah.
He got messed up.
Let me tell you something, man. That shit over there, wherever you go, if they tell you to do something, if you don't want to take it, don't go. Because I seen some guys go overseas. I remember we was in Thailand one time, and guys went over there and they was just having fun, whatever. some guys, right? They just didn't. I was there was three of them. They didn't let it back on the plane. Matter of fact, I didn't even ever heard from them dudes again because them dudes was pretty fucked up. I mean, it was pretty bad because one guy had shit on his lips and shit. It was
Oh
crazy.
my God.
So you just don't mess around when when there's certain things that's going on at different parts of the world. It's not that the countries are bad, but it just there's certain things that they don't do that we do, or and plus, and then you got the sexual stuff going on too. You just don't want to indulge in that kind of stuff. If you want to be responsible about yourself, but
Yeah, STDs, huh?
yeah, you don't want to mess around, man. I mean, I remember the first time I went to Korea, right? They showed us a film and everybody was like laughing, this STD film, everybody, and sure enough, right, there was guys that got caught up, and it was like, wow, and it was, you know, you had to sit back and think about that crap. Me, I just didn't want to be, I didn't be bothered. They showed me the film, that's all I needed to know.
You can get, is it cholera? I know you can get certain diseases just from the water. If you order a fruit salad or certain types of meals that are not cooked, like raw foods,
E. coli.
Right.
E.
yeah,
coli.
things that they don't have the same FDA and shit. Neither do we, now
Yeah.
that we're in the mess we're in. But you can just get a basic virus or, bacteria or bug and die. And you don't want to go to a hospital because they don't have the same sanitization standards, and they just don't have the same supplies and isolation and all of that. There are people who are healthy, they might need a minor surgery, but they go to the hospital and get a staph infection or, things that we have been able to eradicate because of our, standards and the supplies and the access. But you're going to go to a third world country and risk it?
Yeah. Hmm.
That
Yeah,
don't
they
make
ain't
sense.
worth it.
Yeah, I remember I went in the army back in '82, and I remember they used to give us the water canteens and everything, and then they'll give us salt tablets. And they said, well, if you're ever somewhere, you can put the water in there and put the salt tablets in the damn canteen. That was back in the day. That was back in the '80s. Was doing that bullshit. They don't do that shit
Kill
no
the
more.
bacteria.
They didn't kill no damn bacteria. People was getting sick and people had diarrhea all the damn time. It was crazy.
Dehydration.
Them salt tablets ain't doing nothing. Who gave y'all that?
Man, that was back in the day. So,
Gatorade
so,
maker.
so, so you could imagine what was happening back in the goddamn World War I, World War II, and Korean War. That was crazy.
I never thought about that. Like, how did they get water and shit in World War II and Vietnam and all that?
That was most of the problems where people couldn't fight because they were sick. They were dying from this diarrhea and all kind of other internal diseases because the food was infected or rats and bugs and all kind of other bullshit was going on.
They should
Dehydration,
have took
probably.
their sea moss. They'd have been good.
Sea moss, yeah. I don't think they knew about that back then.
Y'all don't know about that sea moss. Who am I talking about when I say sea moss?
I eat sea moss every day, bro. Every day, every day.
What,
Who am I talking
Doctor
about?
Doctor Sabi?
Yeah, I'm talking about Dr. Samuel that sea moss. Hey man, people say that stuff work, man. So I mean, I don't knock it.
Hey, you know what? My mother. I was giving my mother sea moss. Started giving it. I was giving it to her. She started going down like 92, and I started giving her sea moss, and then she was good to go. And then she died at 105. She died in her sleep, but she took sea moss every day. So I don't know, but maybe it's like what the gentleman was saying before. Maybe it was a gene thing with my family. We got good genes. Everybody, a lot of people live long. There's a lot of longevity within the family. So, but I was giving to her, and she was like, one day she'd be having a bad day. Man, let me tell you a story. My mother was we put her in a nursing home, and she was like, she was it was good. They told us she had like 3 or 4 months to live. She was just in the damn bed, And since she came to us about a month later, and she just woke up, we was like, "What the hell going on?" She said, "Get me the hell up out of here." We took her out of the nursing home. She didn't want to be there no more. And then we took her home, and then she, later on, then she died at the house. But that was crazy though, because I'm like, what? I said, who does that? But that was my mom, man. She was kind of crazy.
I love that story. My stepdad had like 6 weeks in the hospital about 3 months ago. And it was touch and go. And he's mid 80s and he's back home now and losing mobility and he's blind and a lot of stuff's happening. But he's at home and he's happy about that. And he's stable and yeah, bounced back in ways, not with mobility, but just generally in ways that it's like, well, yeah, everybody thought, okay, this is it, and then it's like, okay, we might have years here. It's wild. I can change.
I mean, I think it's better to pass in your own place than a hospital, but I guess it just depends on the situation.
Exactly. That's why it's really ideal for my stepdad because he's getting that exactly, which is what he wants.
The crazy thing with me, there's I come from a family of 16 children, and I know I'm the youngest of 16, and there's 13 of us left, and when it came time for my mother to need the care that she needed, there was only two of us doing it, me and my brother next to me. And it was amazing. And as soon as my mom passed away, it was like, it was like I was hearing from motherfuckers I ain't seen in years. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But it was, it is what it is. But you know, shit happens, I guess.
So P man, what if I told you you need to provide me a paper to confirm what you're saying about CMOS and your mother?
Oh, I could give you a paper. I mean, hell, I give you the CMOS that my mom was taking. I mean,
I need
but
a
but but
study. I need a study that's been
but
double
remember,
blind confirmed.
I said my grandmother died at 114. She died at 114. She went up. Check out this. The lady walked upstairs in Newburgh, New York. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And walked upstairs and went to sleep. And then we walked up. She didn't come downstairs. And they called me and they said she had passed away. That was my grandmother. My aunt died at 109. My other aunt died at 100 and I think 7 or 8. Yeah.
So it could just be genetics. There's no actual proof that CMOS actually helped your mother at the end, right?
No, but I take it every day though. Me personally, I take it myself. I take 3 tablespoons a day of sea moss, and I just take it as part of my. I take that. I take vitamins, my vitamins. And I just do what I gotta do, and I get out and I run every day, and I've had 5 knee surgeries on my right knee and 3 on my left, and I had 4 back surgeries. And that's from jumping out of planes and shit.
But
And I guess so. But I still run every day. I run. That's just me.
but don't you hate it when you have a personal experience that you can probably swear by? You know that you gave your mother took CMOS every day, and she was doing good with it. But you got these knuckleheads that don't want to believe anything you say, that want you to provide them some kind of proof.
Well, Carlos is almost like uh, I listened to Cindy and Grant and Jonathan and Nelson, all these guys talk, that are doing things, and you listen, you take what you need to take, and you take what you don't want to take. Some people ain't taking shit, and the problem is. Part of my job right now is I go out and I do inspections for a certain agency, and you see people that ain't they're not taking care of business. They've been partying for the last 40, 30, 40 years, and it comes down to taking care of their business. They talking about they can't live off of a certain amount of money. It's the same thing. It's no matter whether it's your health or it's where it's your finances. You got to take care of your business. My mother used to always she used to always tell me. I used to always go. I would complain to her about something, and she would just say, "Did you take care of your business? Yes or no?" It period. That's what it is. Did you take care of your business? Yes or no?
No, that is good though. Yeah, that you had all those people that lived for a long time.
Did Kevin leave?
Your mom went to the doctor even when she was in her 90s, right?
Yeah, when I think at like 95, 96, we started doing the video conferences because it got to a point. You had the good days and bad days. Some days she just wasn't good, and it was it was crazy though, man, because just like I think Alec was talking about her stepfather, like it was like you know you're preparing for somebody to pass. I mean, because my mother was on hospice from the age of 91. And so she was on hospice for 14 years, bro. So it was like some days it would be like, man, what's going on here? And then the next day it'd be like 3 4 weeks was like spring chicken. And remember, before my mother stopped just getting around and everything, she used to walk like you know, per month, probably about 15 to 20 miles per month. She would just walk. She just, go out and walk around the neighborhood. We had to take her out of New York because she was living there by herself. Because there nobody wanted to live in New York no more. Then we took her out of there. But she was very active. Um, but she would we would do was doing things for her, and then she got to the point where we couldn't do anything for her, and we had to do everything for her. But the thing that got me was with the brothers and sisters that didn't step up and help out. That was the probably the most heartening thing that happened, because you get there's 13 of us left out of 16, same mom, same dad, and there's 13 of us left, and nobody stepped up but me and my other brother.
And she had 16 kids.
Yeah, man. My mom came over here early with the 1920s. Yeah, yeah. Because my she started having kids at 13 or 14. Yeah, yeah. They got married at 13.
Right.
She got married at
Right.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, P Man, my grandmother is, well, she's now deceased, but she was one of 16.
Yeah, yeah. My mom's from Jamaica. My dad's from Trinidad. Yeah, so I was I say in the chat sometimes. I said, "Shit, I'm glad I'm I'm glad I fucking served this country and shit because they would deport my ass, right? I'm like, what the hell?" But but my mom and dad came over here from they were immigrants and stuff. But she started having kids there early, man. I mean, my mom and then my mom retired. It was 16 kids. She retired 3 times. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is, man.
Exactly. My great grandmother worked at the mill, um, some mill. I don't know. But I know she's one of 16, and I believe she was 14, and my great grandfather was like 15 or 16 when they got married.
Yeah, the crazy thing about it, we're Catholics, right? So the thing about it, we went to Catholic school and so forth, did all that Catholic stuff, but she made sure that every last one of us got to get, we at least got the bachelor's degree, every last one of
Oh,
us.
that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every last one of, and then I went and got my doctors after, cause my sisters used to talk shit, so that's why I went and get my doctors so I can talk shit to their ass now too. So
Oh, hell yeah. Your
yeah,
doctorate in what?
in business,
Okay. All right. Go
but
ahead.
it's all good. My mom was a damn stone, man. She rocked the world.
And she lived to be 101, did you say?
105.
105. Wow. Check her out. That's some longevity going on.
Yeah, but to be truth for you, I don't think I want to live that down.
Listen,
Yeah,
the grandmother that that I was telling you about, she had lupus. She lived to be 93, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
that the stuff, and the thing about it for my mother, and I helped my mother out, and uh thank God for the caretakers and everybody that takes care of the older people, or people that can't, they're younger people that are injured and they can't, change themselves. The thing that really shocked me when I had to change I retired from the army, and then I went to work for the government again, but then I could take off and I can come help my mother out and so forth. But the thing that got me was having to wash my mother and change her diaper, and it was crazy. That was some crazy shit. I mean, I never thought I would have changed my mom's diaper. That was a wake up call.
Well, kudos to you because my mom is 84. I ain't bathing. I ain't changing no diapers. I'm not cleaning up any throw up. Nothing. Not gonna do it.
Hey, throw up is a gift.
Phew.
I mean, I mean, it
Uh-uh.
got to the point. I remember it got to the point. My mom had a walker, and it was like sometimes she couldn't make it to she was trying to give her independence, right? But sometimes she couldn't make it to the bathroom, and it was like it was crazy. It was crazy. I
Yeah,
mean, wow.
we've hired somebody to be with mom a few hours throughout the day, and she's getting ready to move to an assisted living facility that's going to be expensive as all get out.
Yeah, see, my
But
mom. You know what? Isn't that crazy though? The prices on that assisted living.
yes,
That is the. You know what? Hey, Carlos, you still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm right
that
here.
they
that
talking
shit
about
is
5,500
crazy.
a month.
There was quoting me. I walked in there. They quoted me $15,000 a month. And I'm
Well,
like, what the fuck?
Damn.
What are you
this
doing?
place is
Golden diapers and shit?
this place is 5,000 a month. But she has her own apartment, so she'll be paying for her apartment. And then they have like a lot of activities, and they have
What?
a on
Kind of.
call nurse
Where's
that
your
do the
mom at?
pull
Where's your
cord
mom at?
in the Asheville area.
Okay, so yeah, it probably depends on where you live. My mom was in. She was up in New York.
Well, okay then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was fucking nuts, man.
yeah,
I'm like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
That sounds
I,
about right.
I started crying, man, because here's another thing. One thing that these gentlemen and women be talking about, trust funds and so forth. Everybody need to listen to that shit, because believe me, my brother, me and him got a trust fund for my mom's stuff, and we put that shit up, lock that shit up, because believe me, if she has to go into a damn facility, he or she, they come looking for that shit, cars, houses, all that shit, and they want to put that shit up into that payment.
Yeah, if it's not paid, if your parent doesn't have that payment, they will definitely take the house or whatever. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Could you imagine being born with Model Ts and then to see throughout the decades how we have evolved as far as
Yeah,
like the beginning of television, black and white television, full model TVs, color TVs, even the movies, the invention of the internet,
hey man,
all
my
these wars.
my mom used
Man,
to tell me
that's a
some
lot of
stories, bro. Yeah, she used to tell me some stories, man. Um, she was telling me some, and what I started doing, I probably about a year, no, let's say about 2 years ago, I started sitting back and I started talking to my mom on camera about stuff, and I got a lot of data from my mother on camera. She was talking to me about different things that happened, because my mother came over, um, when they were still doing, when it was real bad, as far as like for black people coming over, and especially for immigrant blacks, and she could barely speak the language. My mother had a real strong accent, and my father did too. And so they really they really cut her hard. So they came through Georgia up through. Georgia up through South Carolina up into the New Jersey, New York area. And there's a lot of immigrants, Jamaican descent, Trinidadian descent up in the New York area, and that's my family. Most of my family is that, but I got a lot of family down in Miami too. But yeah, she used to tell me all kind of wild, crazy stories, man. I'm like, wow, man. I don't see how they did it, man. Because me, I'd probably be hanging from a damn tree, bro. Hey, Carlos, your family from where they from? Texas area?
Yeah, Texas, Burleson County area, out there by what A&M and all that is.
Oh, Dallas area?
No, A&M, out there the College Station area.
I thought that was Dallas. College Station? Ain't that Dallas?
No, no, that's closer towards in between Austin and Houston.
They originally from there, or were they from originally?
In that area, originally from there, I traced my grandfather back to an actual plantation in Oklahoma, and nobody had ever thought to look into his lineage until I did it. Traced him back to a plantation in Oklahoma. We actually have the document where they actually had him labeled as a kid on the plantation and how much he was actually worth.
Damn, that's wild, man.
Yeah, they had a list of all the people, all the slaves that were on the plantation, and their a dollar amount for each one of them right next to it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and the reason why I looked into him is because he would never tell any of the kids his history. He wouldn't tell them anything, so they knew nothing about their father's history. They only knew their aunts and uncles, but they didn't know anything about it. They couldn't get anything out of anybody. But now with with ancestry and all that, you're able to pull up all these different documents. I mean, I got the original registration card for him to go into the army and everything, all of that, because you had to sign up for the draft. And I got the original card that he well, not the original, but the picture of it.
Where did you go in World War I, World Two?
I don't know. That's what I'm still looking into. Um, because we can't get any more information. So I'm still searching more information. So I gave my aunts and my uncles all my logins for Ancestry so they can look up stuff too. But they kind of it kind of seems like they're lazy on that side to even do anything, or it might be some history that they don't want to know. Because I also found out because we had always thought that because he had two wives. My mom is from his second wife, and so he had five kids with each wife, and they had always assumed that those are the only kids he had. But what came up was a yearbook picture, and there was a kid in the yearbook picture looked just like my uncle with my grandfather's first and last name, and I assumed that he was a junior. But he looks just like my uncle. And when I showed the picture to everybody in the family and sent it to him, it was undeniable that it had to be my grandfather's son. So they're thinking that he had some other kids, maybe by a third wife or a third woman out there.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm youngest of 16 for my mom and dad, and I got I think three. Yeah, I got three other brothers and sisters out there somewhere. Yeah. Yep. So I know how you feel, bro. Man, I don't think I get that much damn juice.
Yeah, we got and on my grandmother's side, my grandmother, not my grandpa, he was dark. He was dark as black. My grandmother was very light skinned. So one of our cousins on her side was able to trace. I mean, when I tell you they went back to like it had to be early 1800s and traced her lineage all the way back to. I mean, it was when her lineage when you trace it back was just it was white. It was white, 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 and there was one anomaly where we're thinking that where the person of color came in was about 1860 or something like that. I'm trying to remember the name. I have to get cousin Jill to send me that information again. And that's because we were all trying to figure out, where where the black person in her lineage came from. But it was nothing but white people that was in her lineage. When we look back at it, nothing, we're Caucasians to be technically right. But yeah, it's a trip on my grandmother's side when you go back in her history.
Was your family tall?
My uncle is the tallest one in the family. He's 6'2", 6'2.5". All of us, everybody else is really like 5'11", 5'5", 5'6", with various. But he's the tallest one that we've seen.
Yeah, my family was tall, man. I'm just out of 16 kids, man. I'm the shortest one in the family, and I'm 6'4.5". And my mom is
I know you got picked on.
yeah, my mom was 6'2", and my dad was 7'1". And my grandma was think she would think she was 5'11 and a half, 6 foot, something like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man.
I was watching this thing on Jordan. Jordan is the tallest person in his family. Both his parents are short. He doesn't even know where his height came from.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. Yeah, he like everybody else. Because matter of fact, I knew his brother, man, was over at Fort Bragg with me. His brother was in the army over in North Carolina.
How tall was he?
That brother was about fucking 5'8", 5'9", some shit like that. He wasn't tall at all. He wasn't tall at all.
Yeah, that's a trip. And there was a myth that somebody had told me years ago, but it never did say anything in that thing on Jordan. Was that he used to every day he wanted to be tall, so he used to grab the top of the door and just keep trying to stretch himself.
Oh wow, yeah. I used to wish sometimes I was short because I could never get no damn. I would go to the store to get some damn shoes, and there was never no. I couldn't fit no damn shoes. All the shoes are gone. You know. So shit, hell, even now I got all my damn shoes. I can't go in the store and buy no damn shoes. I got 14. I can't buy no damn shoes in the damn store and shit, man. My son, hell, my youngest son, he's only 6'3". That brother wore like a size 16 shoe. You know. But see, back in the day, man, shit, hell, the biggest shoe they had in the store that I remember was like 10 and a half, 11. You went there, you had to order them damn shoes, and they cost more. My mom used to always get mad. You ain't stop growing. And I just look around. I said, "Well, that damn, y'all are taller
It
than
was
me.
all that good cooking.
What the hell y'all doing?" Oh man, yeah, man. Whew. Well, man, it's looking like everybody's going to sleep, man. I'm gonna shut down for the night.
What do you think of my visualizer I made with the chat bot? It's cool, right? It's
Yeah,
like
let's.
feeding the colors of the right side of the screen into the left side.
Yeah, how do you do that?
So all I did was here's the chatter studio, right? So here's the regular room. I mean, I'm sharing my whole computer screen, right? So in my room that's on autopilot right now, I've got these words playing with that music and these visuals. And then here's the bot, and the bot, like, see, here's the little, if I go over here, it gets even more loopy, right? And then boom, it's right over there again. So basically using two fingers, right? I can, here's the normal bot screen, the top left there. There's the bottom where you would do like stop screen share. So I've made it big so it's mostly pictures, and then you can go back and forth. up and down. So the closer you are to the edge right here, the more it's making like a little.
Well, obviously I'm late because I thought that we were just still on the phones. I didn't know you can use a computer.
Yeah, I'm using a computer right now and I've got my camera pointed at the computer. And if you look the right, when this one says chat dev.studio.chattersocial.io rooms, right? So here's my bot that is in my other room that's live right now and is just going to run all night on autopilot. But it's capturing what you're seeing right now
Oh,
with, yeah, like I could turn sounds up, but I'm not going to do that.
that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, so I want to make, let's say I want to make it all, look, I can make it all the earth. I can make it all that, right? That tree. I can make that tree be the dominant thing or the sky. There's the top part. And then the more I go to the left, look at that. It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
All
Ryan's
right, P man.
laughing.
All
Night
right.
night.
Peace.
Good night. Who's up?
I'm halfway up.
I'm up.
I'm awake.
Kinda, sorta.
Carlos, I went down a huge rabbit hole of doing my ancestry. And we had a room on race issues one night. So I took and started hunting through my family line to see if my family owned any slaves. So far that I've found, going back to President Adams, he was against slavery. I haven't found any on that side. On the Gokenower line, there were Mennonites, so I haven't found anything there. Um, I haven't found anything so far in the Eaton line, but I'm still looking.
Okay. You went back all the way to President Adams?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I did my husband's all the way back to, what was it? I got all the way back to the 1400s on his family.
Now that's some history there. Back to the 1400s.
Yeah, I traced who came over, when, and what boat, and it was my project for a Christmas present for his whole family. I used to host his family, which was like 50 people, and I always wanted to give them a gift. And one year I decided the good gift would be doing their ancestry. So I did this huge dive into the ancestry, got everything printed out on paper that looked old and, all of that, rolled it up in scrolls, had their crest done, and did a wax seal and ribbon and wrapped them all up and gave them to him for Christmas one year.